A day after the Registry of Motor Vehicles announced the firing of Thomas Bose, Western Mass News is getting a response from the local legislator who called for him to resign weeks ago.
This comes as we learn that official is still choosing to run for local office. Western Mass News reporter Audrey Russo has more.
The head of the Merit Review Board, Thomas Bose, learned that he was fired from his position. And as it stands, there's no one lined up to replace him. Senator Eric Lesser, who called for Bose's resignation weeks ago, says it's a step in the right direction.
You asked one IT person and that was the end of it?
Yes.
Senator Eric Lesser telling Western Mass News Thomas Bose needed to go. Though he called for Bose's resignation rather than firing, Lesser is suggesting it's two different means to the same outcome. In a statement, Lesser says, quote, "The Merit Review Board made the correct decision in firing Thomas Bose. It is important for the public to have confidence that steps are being taken to hold officials accountable. However, yesterday's decision is only the start. It is essential that the legislature's investigation continue unimpeded and that changes and reforms continue to be made so this horrific tragedy never happens again." Just last week, it was announced that an RMV employee opened up Vladimir Zhukovsky's driving record for 7 seconds, knowing that his out-of-state conviction in Connecticut needed to be inputted. But the employee didn't change the record, and a short time later, Zhukovsky crashed his truck and trailer in New Hampshire, killing 7 motorcyclists on a license that was still technically valid. Zhukovsky's unprocessed notification was one of hundreds that the RMV failed to input, according to an internal review of the agency. It was a notification that the Merit Review Board was tasked with processing, but they had effectively stopped completing out-of-state tasks by the time of the crash. Western Mass News reached out to Bose's attorney for an interview, following his initial statement that Bose was being used as a scapegoat for the whole of the RMV's problems. We have not received a response back. Lesser saying more officials need to be held accountable, saying, quote, "There are still far too many unanswered questions about how the RMV was operating and why leaders up and down the organizational chart failed to process notifications they knew were languishing." We reached out to Bose for a comment via phone, and we have yet to hear back. But our Boston sister station, WCVB, says Bose, who serves on Braintree's town council and is planning a run for mayor, is not dropping out of the race. Bose is the first official to be fired from the RMV following this discovery. Erin Devaney, the former registrar, resigned from her position shortly after the New Hampshire crash. Reporting in studio, Audrey Russo for Western Mass News.